Forget the mouse ears and those overpriced churros, you know.
Aha, yeah.
We're ditching the theme park craziness today.
Okay.
We're diving into a whole new side of Florida,
All right.
Pasco County,
All right, cool.
the sports coast.
I'm ready.
You ready for this? Absolutely.
Okay.
This is one of those places
Okay.
that I think it's overshadowed by the bigger, tourist destinations.
Right.
But you dig a little deeper,
Yeah.
you find this incredible mix of history, nature,
Right.
even a touch of old Hollywood glamour.
Okay, I am so there. To guide us on this journey of unexpected discoveries, we're taking a deep dive into an episode of Undiscovered America TV. Are you familiar with this show?
Yes.
They basically travel around showcasing those hidden gems
Right.
across the U.S.
That most folks don't even know exist.
Absolutely. It's like a love letter to the lesser-known
Right.
corners of the country.
Yes.
And in this case, they're taking us high above Pasco County in a hot air balloon, no less.
Okay, you had me at hot air balloon.
Mm.
I am not afraid of heights or anything,
Right.
but there's something so peaceful
Yeah.
and almost magical about drifting along with the wind.
Absolutely. And here's where it gets really interesting. These pilots, they don't just land in, designated fields or anything like that.
Right.
The episode actually shows them touching down in someone's backyard.
What?
Completely unannounced.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
They just plop down in someone's backyard like it's the most normal thing in the world.
Right.
Talk about an unexpected house guest.
And get this.
Okay.
There's this tradition where they offer the surprised homeowners a bottle of champagne as a thank you for the impromptu landing.
Okay, that is amazing. I'd totally be down for a hot air balloon breakfast surprise, especially if it comes with champagne. Sign me up.
And, for those who might be a little apprehensive about being so high up,
Yeah.
the episode emphasizes that it doesn't feel like you're actually hundreds of feet in the air.
Right.
It's this incredibly smooth and serene experience, almost like gliding on a cloud.
See, you're speaking my language now. Now that we've got our feet firmly back on the ground,
Okay, yeah.
let's step back in time to the golden age of Hollywood.
All right.
Our next stop is the Hacienda Hotel, a pink palace bursting with history and vintage charm.
Very cool.
Did you know this place used to be a hangout for movie stars like Gloria Swanson and Charlie Chaplin?
It's true. You don't typically associate Florida with, old Hollywood glamour.
Right, exactly.
But back in the day, this was the place to be.
Why?
In fact, the episode mentions how Chaplin used to love spending time here.
Oh, wow.
Escaping the hustle and bustle of Hollywood.
Right.
For the laid-back vibes of Pasco County.
I love that. You can just imagine those old black and white stars
Right.
lounging by the pool, sipping cocktails,
Yeah.
maybe even penning a screenplay or two.
Yes.
It's a whole different side of Florida history
Absolutely.
that most people don't even know existed. And where exactly is this historic gem located?
Right in the heart of downtown Newport Richey, actually.
Right.
It sits right near the river, so you've got those stunning waterfront views
Cool.
and easy access to all the action in the revitalized downtown area.
Okay, so you've got history, glamour, and a prime location. This Hacienda Hotel is ticking all the boxes so far. Now, from the glitz and glamour of old Hollywood, let's journey into the wilds of Pasco County, specifically Giraffe Ranch. Now, this isn't your typical zoo experience, is it?
Not even close. This is what they call agritourism,
Okay.
which is basically a fancy way of saying you get to experience the real working side of Florida's agricultural scene.
Right.
And at Giraffe Ranch, you get to do that while rubbing elbows with some pretty amazing creatures.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting up close and personal with nature. What kind of animal encounters are we talking about here?
Picture this. You're hand-feeding a lemur, and its tiny hand reaches out to grab the food. Apparently, it feels surprisingly similar to a human baby's hand. Ah, that's both adorable and a little creepy at the same time. Okay, what else? I need more animal encounters.
They also introduce us to the eland, the second largest antelope in the world.
Wow.
And you get this incredible glimpse into their fascinating
Yeah.
and slightly strange breeding rituals.
See, this is the kind of stuff you don't get from reading a textbook or watching a nature documentary.
No.
You're right there, in the moment, experiencing the raw, unfiltered beauty of the animal kingdom.
Exactly. And while we're on the topic of animals, did you know that alligators were once on the verge of extinction?
Wait, seriously, alligators? Those things are everywhere in Florida. I had no idea they were ever considered endangered.
It's true. But thanks to some major conservation efforts, their population has rebounded significantly.
See, that's what I love about these deep dives. Always learning something new.
Yeah, yeah.
It really makes you appreciate the delicate balance of nature.
It does. It reminds us that even the toughest creatures need a little help sometimes.
Okay, so we've soared through the skies, stepped back in time, and gotten up close and personal with some incredible wildlife. What's next on our Pasco County adventure?
Well, how about a little taste of authentic Florida culture?
Okay.
We're going to dig into the roots of Florida cracker heritage.
Oh, I've heard of Florida crackers,
Yeah.
but I have to admit, I don't really know much about them. I mean, the name itself is a bit unusual.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
You're not wrong about the name being a little different. It actually comes from the cracking of whips
What?
used by cowboys herding cattle.
Okay.
The original Florida crackers, if you will.
Get out. I totally thought it was some kind of food reference. See, this is why I love learning about different cultures, always full of surprises.
Exactly. And this cracker culture is deeply woven into the fabric of Pasco County. It speaks to the region's agricultural roots, the resilience of those early settlers who tamed this part of Florida.
It's like a direct link to the past, a reminder of the people who shaped this place into what it is today.
Okay. So we've explored the wilds of Pasco County. Now let's hit the links at Saddlebrook Resort,
Okay.
a golfer's paradise if I ever saw one.
And this isn't just any golf resort. We're talking 2 championship courses designed by none other than Arnold Palmer himself.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer, the legend. How did they manage to snag him for this project? Apparently, it all started with a handshake deal between the resort's owner and Mr. Palmer himself.
You're telling me. That's how they did business back in the day. A handshake and a dream. And from that simple agreement, they created this golfing haven. What I find really cool is that Saddlebrook isn't stuck in the past. They've been doing some renovations, modernizing the place while still keeping that classic charm.
Exactly. They've found that sweet spot between honoring tradition and appealing to a new generation of golfers.
Right.
And speaking of appealing to a new generation, let's dive into something that screams fun in the sun. The Metro Lagoon at Epperson. This thing is massive. We're talking the largest man-made lagoon in the United States.
Okay, now you're just showing off. Largest in the U.S. You're going to have to give me some numbers here. Just how big are we talking?
Hold on to your swim trunks. 15 acres, over 650,000 square feet of crystal clear water. It's like they took a piece of the Caribbean and dropped it right into the heart of Pasco County.
Okay, that is impressive. But it's not just about looks, right? What can you actually do at this mega lagoon?
Oh, you name it. Swimming, kayaking, paddle boarding. They even have a floating obstacle course for those feeling adventurous.
A floating obstacle course.
Yeah.
Now that's my kind of challenge.
And after you've conquered the obstacle course and worked up an appetite, imagine this. You swim right up to a bar and order a refreshing drink without ever leaving the water.
Wait, a swim-up bar? Okay, you had me a floating obstacle course, but now you're just spoiling me. This lagoon sounds like paradise.
And as if that wasn't enough, when the sun sets, the lagoon transforms into this vibrant entertainment hub.
Oh.
Think live music, events, the whole 9 yards.
This lagoon is like a choose-your-own-adventure for relaxation and fun. I'm officially adding it to my bucket list.
You and everyone else who hears about it. But let's not forget about those who crave a little more adrenaline.
Okay.
Hold on to your hats because we're heading to Sunwest Park's LFT Adventure Park.
Okay, I'm ready for some action. What kind of adventures are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Zip lines, ropes courses.
Think wakeboarding, but with a twist.
Okay.
They have this incredible cable system that pulls you along so you don't even need a boat.
Wait, so you're telling me I can experience the thrill of wakeboarding without the potential embarrassment of wiping out in front of a boat full of people?
Exactly. It's
Yep.
perfect for beginners or anyone who might be a little intimidated by the traditional approach.
Yeah.
And the coolest part, the whole thing takes place in a former limestone quarry. Talk about a unique setting.
Okay, that's seriously cool. It's like they took this industrial site and transformed it into an adrenaline junkie's playground. But let's say wakeboarding isn't really my thing. What else have they got?
Well, for starters, there's the Aqua Park, which is basically a giant inflatable obstacle course floating on the water. Slides, climbing walls, even a giant blob to launch your friends into the air. It's basically impossible not to have fun there.
Okay, you had me at giant blob. I'm not going to lie, that sounds incredibly fun.
And it's a great example of how Pasco County has found creative ways to repurpose these former industrial areas and turn them into something truly unique.
From high-flying adventures to watery playgrounds, Pasco County seems to have it all. But you know what pairs perfectly with the day of fun in the sun? Some delicious, locally sourced food.
Mhm.
And that's where our next stop comes in, the Starkey Market.
Now, this isn't your average farmer's market. It actually started its life as a cattle ranch.
You're kidding. From moo juice to market stalls, that's quite a transformation.
It really is. And it's a testament to the Starkey family's deep connection to their land
Wow.
and their willingness to adapt and evolve with the times.
Right.
They saw an opportunity to bring something special to the community, and they ran with it.
And what exactly can you find at this former ranch-turned-foodie haven?
Oh, everything your taste buds could desire. Fresh produce, baked goods, honey, local crafts, you name it. They even have craft beer on tap.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I do love a good locally brewed beer. What kind of brews are we talking about here? Anything unique to the area?
Well, what really caught my eye was the Starkey family's foray into hard seltzer.
Okay, yeah.
And get this, they use their own blueberries to make it. Talk about a taste of Pasco County.
Okay, that's it. I'm booking a flight immediately.
Yeah.
Blueberry art seltzer from a former cattle ranch. That's the kind of local flavor I can get behind.
It's the perfect way to end a day of exploring all that Pasco County has to offer.
Right.
Well, almost perfect. You need a good view to go with that drink.
You read my mind. Where are we headed next? You know me too well.
Yeah.
A view and a locally brewed drink are the perfect recipe for a memorable evening.
Then you're going to love this.
Okay.
We're heading to the Social NPR, a rooftop bar in the heart of downtown Newport Richey. And their motto is as simple as it is enticing. Eat, drink, be social.
Short, sweet, and to the point. I like it.
Okay.
But rooftop bars are usually about more than just the motto. What makes this place stand out?
Well, for starters, they have this cocktail called the Cat 5.
Okay.
And let's just say it's not for the faint of heart. We're talking 6.
Okay.
Yes, you heard that right. 6
Wow.
different liquors in one potent concoction.
6 liquors. That sounds less like a cocktail and more like a challenge. I might need a nap after just one of those.
You, me both.
Yeah.
But it's all in good fun, right? And the view from up there is supposed to be incredible.
Yeah.
A panoramic vista of downtown Newport Richey, all lit up at night.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. A rooftop view, a buzzworthy cocktail, and good company sounds like the perfect way to soak up the energy of this revitalized downtown scene.
It's a perfect blend of old and new, just like so much of Pasco County.
Right.
But for our final adventure,
Okay.
we're trading in our rooftop perch for a journey out on the open water.
Oh, I do love a good water adventure.
Yeah.
Where are we headed?
We're setting sail with Windsong Charters, and our captain is a woman named Wendy,
Okay.
a self-proclaimed crusty old woman who's carved out her own space in this male-dominated field.
I love that. Breaking barriers and riding the waves. Captain Wendy sounds like my kind of gal. What's so special about this particular charter?
Well, you know those charming stilt houses you see dotting the Florida coast? Captain Wendy takes you right past them, offering this fascinating glimpse into a bygone era.
Wait, those houses actually sit on stilts right over the water.
Yeah,
That's always fascinated me.
they do. Can you imagine living out there?
Right.
Surrounded by water on all sides.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there used to be 24 of these stilt houses
Wow.
along this stretch of coast.
Right.
Today, only 8 remain, a testament to the power of hurricanes and the passage of time.
Wow. That's both beautiful and a little bit sad at the same time. Those houses must have some incredible stories to tell.
I know, right? They've weathered storms, witnessed history, and provided shelter for generations of fishermen who relied on these waters for their livelihood.
Speaking of relying on the water, the episode mentioned an abundance of marine life in the area. What kind of creatures might we encounter on this nautical adventure?
Get ready for a marine life parade.
Okay.
We're talking mullet, trout, scallops, even the occasional manatee might make a cameo appearance.
Okay, now that's what I call a good time on the water.
Yeah.
So, as we bid farewell to Captain Wendy in our Pasco County adventure, what's the biggest takeaway for you?
For me, it's the sheer diversity of experiences that Pasco County offers. We tend to box Florida into this narrow category of theme parks and beaches,
Right.
but this episode completely shattered those preconceptions.
I couldn't agree more. This deep dive opened my eyes to a whole new side of Florida, one with rich history, breathtaking nature, and this undeniable sense of adventure. Who knew you could go from hot air ballooning over someone's backyard to sipping locally brewed blueberry hard seltzer on a rooftop bar all in one place?
Right. It just goes to show that sometimes the most unexpected discoveries happen when you venture off the beaten path and embrace the unknown.
And that's what the deep dive is all about. So next time you're feeling adventurous, remember Pasco County. A hidden gem just waiting to be explored. Until next time, keep diving.